Alrighty. I'm sorry. Hold on. Alright. Alright. Hey Wim, nice to see you here with your little face there. Let me know if the sound, music, quality, whatever isn't working, but I think it's good. And I will start. So yeah, in case you missed it yesterday, about the same time I did a couple RTS League Recs recorded games. And today I'm going to do the same thing. We're going to do JSS against UCA, and then we will, as time allows, which I think time will allow, we'll move on to do a couple EoM times Frost games and see how those go. So I'm ready to start. I ate my peach oatmeal. I got my grape juice here. And let's go. Let me put in strat. Oh yeah, I can't get this thing to work. Anyway, let's go. Mediterranean. I'm assuming this is JSS's home map, but I'm not entirely sure, but I think so. And we've got triple Chronos I saw from UCA. So we've got 30 Chronos up here on the top, probably hoping to deconstruct and time shift and do all sorts of ridiculous things. And then on the bottom, got JSS. We've got Miracle Man as an Aranos. We've got Mista as Poseidon, and we've got T2 as Aranos. So 2 Aranos, 1 Poseidon, and Mista is the only non-Atlantean in this game. How exciting is that, huh? Let me make sure my stream is looking okay. And it looks like it is. Maybe. So, alrighty. So man, 3 Chronos gives UCA pretty decent. Who won versus, man? You better not answer that, Wookie. You better not answer that. Remember, this is a spoiler-free stream here, and if anybody responds anyway to that, I'm gonna kick their ass. So what they can do with the triple Chronos is they can do a triple deconstruct on the same dock, which I think this deconstruct was a little bit late actually. They should have probably gotten it before the dock got built, because now he's got the fishing ships that were gathering during that time anyway. So this deconstruct really didn't do anything. As you can see, only this one boat was at max for a while. The other one was still gathering, so that was kind of a waste of a deconstruct. You generally want to get the deconstruct. Holy crap, stop it. Wookie, be quiet. You are ridiculous. Well, kids these days. But I see Mista made 2 docks just to counter in case he was deconstructed. So while they didn't actually deconstruct him, it is a little bit slow to do a double dock build in Archaic Age. We see Satana is over here with his two oracles, and there's one over here, so that's interesting. And you guys are being silly in the chat. I heard neither of them won, and that there was a lightning storm at Mista's house and it electrocuted him. That's what I heard. So they couldn't finish. And wow, okay. So we've got some typical little. Oh, this guy's idle here. What's Tom doing idle? Shouldn't have idle town center time on this map. I find that a little interesting because he should have plenty of food coming in. And same thing here. I'm hoping they're advancing soon, because kind of the whole point of doing 3 Chronos is to get some early aggression. So they are doing all of their temples. Well, at least he is. I don't know where Green's temple is. Or is this Green's? Nope, that's not Green's. This is some light advances, I feel, for them. It also looks like this is within their fog of war. Yeah, so they, well, you even scouted that anyway, but they know the 3 Oracle Rush is coming over here, which you do want to put it all on the same person, because with 3, 6, 9 Oracles, and 3, 6, probably 9 or 3 or 6 Prometheans, you can do quite a bit of damage. But he is advanced well ahead of everybody else. And that's a little bit of a problem for them, but they can just do a deconstruct and a deconstruct, and then he'd only have 2 docks. I'm assuming Poseidon will be upping with, yeah, Hermes. Alright, so we got 3 sets of oracles over here. Okay, so he does have the Oracle upgrade. I like that. The Oracle upgrade is pretty good. They should all have the Oracle upgrade. So now we should see a couple deconstructs, and then some boats being all pumped down here. I anticipate we'll probably see a ceasefire at some point, and then that would probably kind of eliminate this whole rush, I would think. Because then they'll get time. So we've got the boats showing up down here. I don't know why they aren't deconstructing these docks. Seems like that's what they should be doing. And we've got Miracle Man and Satana over here, but the main excitement is right here. It's rare you'll see such large armies at 5 minutes 30 seconds, but they need to. So Tom deconstructed one of, okay, they deconstructed one of those docks. This is getting deconstructed. They should be forcing out ceasefire pretty soon, I think. Well, he's wanting to build all of his docks, isn't he? Looks like Miracle Man wasn't ready for Satana to attack over here, because he came over here to help defend, which worked because they were able to defend. Ooh, watch your villager here though, buddy. Yeah, they just got Prometheans wandering everywhere over here. I'm kind of surprised that they want, no spoilers, Wookie, you know that. Kind of surprised that Mista didn't use ceasefire, because Miracle Man is getting destroyed on water, and even T2 is kind of far behind. They need to do something about this. I think the lack of ceasefire was a pretty bad misplay, because right now he can't even build docks, so he only has 1 dock training. And we did get Themista was, or not Themista, Miracle Man was just kind of keeping all his boats in the dock, but he's still, get this one, this only has like 3 hit points left. This villager shouldn't, well, almost get the dock, but not quite. 53 hit points left. I feel like they should have been able to push through right here. But it's still in Satana's advantage over here, but well, they were able to survive without using ceasefire, which is good for them. And kind of the problem is with Chronos, the early rush, you kind of putting all your eggs in that one same basket, and now that's not worked, it's gonna be tough for them to do decently the rest of the game, because you can see that they aren't even winning down there on the land anymore. They're all gone. They're a little slow, it seemed like, to get their boats. Like the Mista really had a ton of boats compared to the other Atlantean players. But you got a couple boat battles going back and forth here. And it is in... Oh, he wasted a boat. And he's wasting... Oh no, fight that. You're gonna win. Look at all these boats with almost no hit points. This one, there you go. You finally got it. That's a good fight for him. And now Tom's coming over for a double. Which is what they should do. That is kind of Atlantean's primary benefit for their boats. So the boats are weaker, but they're also a lot faster than normal boats. So that's what you got to do in team games, is use, especially this map, is get doubles in with your Uranos players or Atlantean, because they can switch the fronts a whole lot better than the other slower boats can. Like, this is a good spot. They got them pinned down here, but they should have put all their boats down here to kill this out, and then they could run back. So they're a little slow here, and now they're kind of caught in a pretty bad spot. They're going to lose a ton of boats right here. That's not good. Overall, UCA is still doing pretty decent, but yeah, we got T2 getting the town center. Matrius is getting one, and that's it so far. Oh, the Mista does have two. He's probably had that for a little bit. I kind of missed when he built that. So we have a deconstruct on a dock. Not sure if they have any more. It looks like Tom has one deconstruct left, which he could use to deconstruct this dock right now, but the problem with the deconstruct is it doesn't do a whole lot if you can't take control of the area. So they use deconstruct, but what does it really do right here? It didn't really do anything. But the one thing so far that UCA does have from this aggression is that they've been able to fish without any harassment to their economy yet. Wow. T2 was pushed back down to just 4 fishing boats, and even Miracle has had his boats idle for quite a bit. So while UCA isn't exactly winning the water yet, they're doing a good job just being able to fish while the other team, JSS, can't. Let's real quick look at upgrades. So Satana does not have the fishing boat upgrade. Neither does Tom, and neither does. Am I looking at this wrong? I would think they should have them by now. Doesn't look like anybody has them though. Got a little bit of a Miracle Man army on land. Seems like Satan is a little slow to get his land army. And now, JSS is now finally pushing them back. Just a little bit here. They will get in on his fish. He's taking some bad boat battles here, though. But I think he's a little distracted by what's going on the land. And he's got a villager. This is a very brave spot to have his villagers there. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm drinking some grape juice, Wookie. Oh, he just missed the line of sight of this. That's too bad. It looks like, okay, all T2's boats are up here. So he is getting some good raids in on the boats, the fishing ships finally. Still a pretty close game. The Mista's eco, though, is pretty here. Oh, I don't drink alcohol. Okay, so no vodka for me. But the Mista's eco should be a little bit far and away above everybody else's, because he's had this second town center for a while now, and he's already at 3 when everybody else is still at 2. Miracle Man is kind of behind everybody. But he can get some help from Themyscira if he needs it. Okay, a little bit of a skirmish here. A little bit bold from Atreus. Yeah, he needs to go back. He might actually win now. Oh, no. I would have almost stayed and fought that. Man, this is just the... No, I don't like wine. I don't like beer. I don't like vodka. I don't like tequila. I don't like anything with alcohol because it tastes awful. But some grape juice, Wookie, I'm all over that. This is a ship battle that just never ends. Yeah, I like the aggressive builds here. They do get a bonus, attack bonus against siege, and Chiro Ballista actually do count as siege units, but he doesn't have any heroes right now to kill these Prometheans, so these Prometheans are kind of destroying the back line here. What is he doing? No, you're going a little too ham with your fatties. Yeah, the Mista quite a bit ahead of everybody else as far as economy, and this isn't going too well for Atreus here. He's going to lose his front town center. When's the new patch coming, Wookie? That's up for debate. And good morning there, Deathstroke. Soon, Wookie, I will say soon. Okay, he did finally start making a couple heroes. That was kind of what was killing him so far, was his lack of heroes. I don't know why Satana's being completely idle with his boats, so that's idle boats do nothing. Oh, this is a nice build right here. This was really good. That's pretty good. To get these two Chiro Ballista, that is actually pretty huge. So I like that. Yeah, I fixed it. Now it shows up right on top of my stream, so I get everything now. Yeah, the Mista is in heroic age. He's doing, I'm sure his economy is through the roof. He might end up just jumping. Oh, he's getting a 4th town center? Taking one of T2's. The one thing, though, that Poseidon doesn't have is he doesn't have Underworld, so he can't really change the front like normal, like a normal Greek could. But we do see now that UCA completely gave up on water, and JSS has complete control over it now, which is a little bit important because this is the Mediterranean variety that has the town centers within range of the water, so that does make a late game water domination a little important. Yeah, you're right there, Deathstroke. They were a little slow, and well, it was mainly Satana. Seemed like he was a little slow in getting aggression down here on the sea, but he should be able to win this battle pretty well. And actually, Satyr do pretty well against boats too. Especially their special does some pretty good damage. I do like Hyperion right now. Hyperion's pretty decent. The Satyr are still strong, but not as crazy as they were for that little bit of time, where they were kind of ridiculous. But we do have now Atreus that's actually regained his forward over Miracle Man. But the problem is he's got okay, this is okay. Now he's got the Mista back behind though, so I don't think he's even gonna get to build that. because Tom is just now building a forward base over here, which, oh, here's his villagers. Oh, we got some idle citizens here. This is a little too late, I feel. Okay. Tradered that. Yeah, with Satyr. Satyr versus Atlanteans are really good units. You should be able to actually keep a land advantage here with his Satyrs. Oh, this is... I don't like this implode. This is not a good implode at all. Because it's not going to do too much damage to the build. Wow, it did more than I thought. Holy cow. Okay, but now Satana needs to kill all these low... Look at all these villagers with low hit points. He needs to kill these like right away before they can repair the town center. Like they've all got... Oh, alright, we did force a ceasefire out, so... Not terrible, I guess, to force a ceasefire out here. But now the town center is completely strong again. The only thing I didn't like about that, yeah, that was Tom used the implode there. The thing I didn't like is there just wasn't very many military units to kill. Like he used implode at a location where they already had a pretty strong advantage. Like implode would be better used at a place where there's two sets of armies, because then you're doing double the army kill. Okay, it looks like Mista might be looking for a transport ship. Maybe. Okay, yeah, here it is. He's gonna transport to the back. He already has some cavalry back here, so unless UCA needs to get their building HP upgrades. And we'll move back here. So, wow, it's kind of surprising. I don't like what the Mist is doing. I feel like this is going to do more damage than anything that his bolt raids will do. And did he really use bronze here? He bronze like 2 units. What in the world is that? He used bronze on 2 units. That's bad, but this is... So this will do some damage, but this is a mistake. He should just be helping out here. Because once they kind of... That critical point is pushing through the forward town center, which they have now done. And that's going to put Miracle Man at a huge pop disadvantage. So, and he did kill the town center, and you can see he killed it with only... Not even losing a single unit. But so they need to respond by getting their building upgrades, getting crenellations, and do that ASAP. And it looks like they're just kind of... We got a Speltes here running right past them. But now we do have a second implode, and this is Satana's implode. So this one's pretty... I like this one a little bit better, because it's going to do quite a bit of damage to buildings. And did suck up a decent amount of an army. Because they're going to... With these Satyr, they're going to have a hard time getting at the fire siphons. And down here, we have... Not often you see one game with 3 implodes, but this implode sucked too. I don't know what the purpose was of that. They sucked in like 4 units. And Chaos, see... Didn't even think about that. The Chaos pretty much counters this whole thing. Oh, you gotta watch these builds. And it looks like he's losing his Lampades for no reason. This is a strong push by UCA here. Like, the Mista... I feel like the Mista is kind of badly misplaying his advantage. Because he's the only, really the only player on his team that's got a huge points. Everybody, the other 2 got pretty mediocre economies at best. and he has no army helping on the front. This just doesn't do much. I mean, sure, you'll kill some trade, but what's the point? Another problem that I think JSS has is they got some idle boats. Like, you got a couple boats here that are doing nothing. You got a couple boats here, 4 of them that are doing nothing. We do have a double double Tartarian gate here, which that's painful, because that's going to take 2 town centers down. So this is the important part right here. If they could push through all these towers and kill this, even though they got this running around in their base, it's gonna look good for UCA. They're playing pretty well, actually. They're a little rough early. Does he have his... Okay, he does have 1 building upgrade. He shouldn't have lost his town center, though. That's huge, because once you lose your town center... Well, here's his problem, though, is he's also lost his base town center. So they need to push through. Really, it becomes kind of a race now. Who can kill which side faster, and I think... Where are these going, though? This is not good. This... No. You need to keep it up here. I think this is a mistake. Unless he gets some really strong raids off of this. But no, this wasn't good. This was a huge problem right here. Because now you look at how many siege units they've lost. This is some strong. And now they've got boats. Shoot. Looks like they're trying. All their gold income is over here too. But oh man, this is too bad. This was a huge issue. This was a really bad misplay by Satana. Like, so far he's done no damage with this, and by moving half of their army down here like this, they lost quite a bit of their siege because they had nothing to kill all of the dryads. But looking pretty grim now on the left side. Matrius is getting a pretty strong double over here, and he has no help. He also has no upgraded towers, and this push has just been slowed too much. And they have both their back town centers are destroyed, which is really screwing them up. And I don't think Matrius is ever going to be able to recover from this. I think this is about over. Once the Mista stopped doing the raids and just started doing more of a head-on attack, that has helped out. I mean, it's not over, but UCA's at a pretty strong disadvantage because they can't kill these Titan gates unless they send a full army back, and they can't really afford to do that, because as soon as they send full army back, they lose the front here. And what is up with this? Is a lot of resources. This was some good use of the Tartarian gates there. Yeah, now he's really getting screwed. I don't know why Tom isn't helping him on land at all. Because poor Matrius has 0 town centers. One problem is that Satana has 1 town center because, oh, the Mista has killed both of their town centers with boats. So that's a bit of an issue. So they only have 3 town centers, which is now why they are getting pushed back. So I'd say it's pretty much over now. Pretty well played though. Overall, I mean, JSS is a huge, huge favorites here. And UCA put up a big fight. Actually, 5 minutes ago they had the score lead, but then it kind of all fell apart. They Had a couple implode misuses, and then no help on this side was a problem. And that's it. GG. Pretty good game. Demista did end up coming up as the MVP there towards the end. And this was this was a huge problem right here for them. Anyway, let's take a quick look at the post game there. And see, you can see Mista's eco is way ahead of everybody else's. My team, it was pretty close up until the end there. Sorry if I'm slurping. And we'll look at settlements, which will tell the story here. Holy cow. Oh, all the way from 9 down to 3. I think all 3 of them going implode was a problem. They should have done a couple of vortex, because I would rather see like maybe 1 implode at the most and 2 vortex, because vortex is huge. Like if they have vortex there, they can vortex back and kill both of those Tartarian gates. But anyway, that's the first game, so we will move on to game 2. And oh, it's Vinland Saga. I love it. I love this map. Yes. So Vinland Saga, let's turn off the fog of war. This is what you get on Vinland Saga. You got every player starts on this teeny tiny little island and gotta move pretty quick to this big island here, and it can get pretty hectic on here. Man, I love this map. Oh, I'm so pumped. I'm assuming this is UCA's map, but we'll see. So we've got the Mista is set. Miracle Man is Gaia. T2 is Aranos. Matrius is Aranos. Ulfsark he has made an appearance, and he is Thor. And then we have another Gaia. So usually a bit of dilemma is getting enough food to advance, because you generally only get 5. Yeah, there's only 5 berries, but there's a little bit of a trick. If you know, hopefully these players know this, but the pigs on the mainland can fit in the transport ship. So if you need a little extra food to advance, you get a couple pigs, throw them in your ship, and send them back to your base. Also, the forest, or the Gaia Woods, is pretty strong in this map too. So that's pretty cool. Gives a reason to play Gaia. I'm interested to see, they have a Thor and a Gaia. They could, depending on whether or not JSS prepares, could do a forest fire, a Gaia Woods forest fire on Town Center, and maybe try to kill it. That's an option that they could do. But usually on this map, what you generally see is, you will see some early classical fight, like really fast classical fight on the land here, because it's just, if you get pushed off the mainland, it's over, because you have no resources to fall back on. So you generally see primarily land fight, and then just kind of a little bit of boat skirmishes here and there. I see Matrius is already transporting some villagers over. I think that's a little early. I'm thinking if with this transport, he might not be able to advance normal. Like Atlanteans should be able to advance at a normal time, like a 4:30, pretty easily. And even the Thor player should be able to as well. Here he is building his temple. The purpose you do set is for shifting sands. You can just shift all your villagers once you get to classical age, and usually you'll do it right on top of a town center and build the town center, so you get some sort of land base. And depending on how aggressive they want to go, they could even shift and take this one if they really wanted to go all out on the shift. It just kind of depends. Mista's kind of got a little bit of a goofy build though. It looks like he is not aiming for any sort of fast advance at all. Just a pure boat boom. One thing I would like to see from him is to send a couple boats up here. And since boats can build docks, build a dock up here and maybe a dock up here too. And then you can get access to all of this fish back here as well. And usually the enemy team won't check in these corners for fishing, so it's usually pretty safe to do that. Look at all these piggies. Let's see if anybody's advancing yet. Hope I can't check that while I got the... I'm on. Alright, we do have Matrius and Ulfsark advancing. T2 has just hit the up age. He's in a little bit of a precarious spot here. He is docked forward and not having a lot of help. He's going to be facing a pretty heavy early 2-on-1, and I would like to see... Boy, they could get away with it, couldn't they? A forest fire right here. So this is going to be a bit of a problem here. Yeah, get that villager. Oh, you gotta watch out for your Valk though. Yeah, there you go. Okay, we have T2 with a few boats. I don't know where the enemy team's boats are. We need some boats from these guys. Tom appears to be kind of way behind, which he shouldn't be as Gaia. Oh, they're doing forest fire there. Okay. That's not bad at all. Should kill this dock too. And hey, we got a Leto appearance. They really want to take full control of this spot. Okay, didn't quite kill the dock because a lot of the hit points got on the temple there. The spiders are so funny. It's such a weird part of the game that you don't usually see. But this is a nice spot for the spiders, because as soon as they pop out and they're gonna get caught. And he did build on one. And here's another set by Miracle Man, actually. Okay, he's gone up there too. And we see Mista has shifted all the way to the back. So this is probably going to turn into a game kind of similar like last one, is that they're going to want the Mista to really carry the team pretty hard. We do have quite a few boats here fighting. They should move on from this though. They need to move down here because they have the land advantage now, but there's no sense in taking all this time to kill these buildings. They need to move forward and push on down here. Keep up the push. Looks like JSS is going harder on water than what UCA is. But yeah, this is a mistake, is to slowly push through the buildings. They have a huge military advantage. If they just parked here, then Miracle Man would be in big trouble. So they've scouted it out now. So I want to see all this just march forward here. Meanwhile, Mista is just booming like a crazy man. He's gotten 2 town centers. But this is just taking too long. Where are they going? This is not good. Unless they're going to go all the way up here and try to take down Themista's base, which they could. If they all triple up here now, they could definitely kill these town centers one at a time, because Themista has no help. Where did he use vision at? Kind of interesting that he used vision there. I don't like what they are doing. I don't like this. I don't like what UCA is doing right now. I feel like they're kind of getting, man, they're getting smoked on water. And now, even though they've pushed through T2 on the land, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like, Themyscira just has a huge boom. He's taking another town center. Okay, he did do what I was talking about too, and go over here and get more boats. Yeah, they aren't even winning on the land, and they're losing on the water. So this is turning kind of grim pretty quickly for UCA here. Taking another town center. Like, all this here is doing nothing. Their only chance was to just go full speed ahead through here, in my opinion. And Olsark is trying his best to react by taking town centers, but look at all these Skraelings. Lots of idols here, though. Yeah, I don't know if Tom is tributing resources. We can check real quick. No, no tributing. But they have no, this is a problem. Well, look at all these boats. What is he doing? Is that UCA has no fishing anymore at all, which is a huge problem. And this is doing nothing. I mean, Mista with all of his gold miners can just make a few mercenaries every time they show up. It's not looking good for UCA here. Mista has 4 town centers on the mainland, and they are losing now on the bottom here, and they are heavily. The only player that's really still, dang it. That always happens. The only player that's really doing very well on sea yet is Tom, but he's doing nothing on land. He did stop this town center. Oh, one more hit on the Pharaoh. Whew. Yeah, losing all the fish isn't good. He's still cleaning up these old Sarks. I don't know why they aren't fighting. They're all just kind of looking at each other. But even T2, with losing his early land army, is really doing well now. What's up, Ivan? So Miracle Man is up age 3. I would imagine the Mist will be up pretty soon. Yep, he's aging up with 175 pop space in classical age. Yeah, look at this crazy boat boom he's got. Holy cow, this is over for UCA. They just kind of seem kind of discombobulated. Not really a whole lot of very good teamwork on the land. They were kind of pushing through this way, and then Tom started attacking up here, and it just didn't really work. And then they also got smoked on the water. Just a lot of not very good team game this time. Yeah, Mista's grabbing another town center now. Throwing up a few towers, because he can, why not? And you look at the town center advantage on the land. I mean, 7-9, JSS got 9 town centers, and UCA's only got 5. So not looking too good. I expect we'll see some resigns pretty shortly here. I mean, They stand no chance against a fully boomed set. Phew, it's about over. Much else to say. We can look at eco upgrades real quick. I don't know what's all these idle boats doing here. As soon as Mista, I guess Mista's just going up age 4 now. He has 3,500 gold. That's just ridiculous. Yep, there he is. And he's gonna build another town center. He has 6, 7 town centers. That's 3,000 gold. He doesn't even need to do anything though. I mean, they are winning 2-on-3 anyway. Oh, he's building boats up here. Did he get his age 3 upgrade yet? Yep, sure did. Yep, there's the resigns. That didn't quite work out as well as UCA wanted, I think. Man, kind of got smoked there. Let's look at the resource gathered. Yeah, once that kicks in, the eco kicks in, you can see the Mista heading for the sky up there. I mean, just look at the difference. It's huge. Never really were ahead. So give me just a couple minutes. I'll be right back, and we'll probably go and stream. Both games are pretty quick. I'll probably stream Frost and EoM. So hold on. I'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back. Oh, by the way, guys, it snowed yesterday, so I got a few inches of snow outside. So, starting to look like Christmas out there. Kind of excited. I like snow. Hey, no problem, Deathstroke. I enjoy it. I mean, I'm gonna watch these anyway. So JSS was 2-0, and there's no real point in changing it, so I'm just going to change it over to EoM. Oop, I got caps lock on. EoM 0 Frost, and I believe it's Frost A 0, and we will kind of rearrange that and go back. Yeah, JSS is pretty good. They're probably the best overall team in the league. Just a lot of individual talent, and then they also play pretty good team games too. both Miracle Man and T2 play quite a bit of team games, and more so T2 than Miracle Man. As far as 1v1 skill, T2 is really, really good, and of course the Mista is really good 1v1. Probably not quite as good in team games, but still pretty good. I think I would put them as the favorites to win. But who knows? I mean, you saw that in the first game, UCA could have won if they would have played just a little bit better. But anyway, we'll move on to EoM times Frost. And let's go into game 1. And we're looking like, man, all these Mediterranean maps. Mediterranean is kind of annoying because the first part of the game is always the same. So EoM, we've got Magic. I think everybody knows who Magic is. He's one of the best 1v1 players. And Mist is okay in 1v1, just a little bit. And then we also have over here Maximus. Maximus is Mateo. Usually played for TBL, but that's Mateo, or old, it used to be Putfire. He's pretty good too. So on this team you got Maximus and Magic, both real good, and then you got this guy Thor. Not really sure who this guy is. He's alright, I suppose. And okay, you're an old player. Yeah, me too. Just sometimes you can't outgrow stuff. So you got two real good players, and then Thor, who I'm not really sure how good he is, probably just okay. And then Frost, you got Ty Carroll, you got Isis, you got Swiss Boy as Kronos, and you got Mickey as Aranos. Carroll and Swiss Boy play quite a few 3v3s, pretty good team players. Mickey is more so of a 1v1 player, and about all he does is play Aranos and kind of do the same thing every game. So depending on how his game goes, he can have good games, or if what he's doing kind of falls apart, then he can have really bad games. And yeah, I stream on YouTube as well, simultaneously, because there's some people that Twitch doesn't work for them, so they use the old YouTube sensation, and that's why I use this. I'm gonna throw in this kind of embedded chat, which I've always had in, but now I worked on some things yesterday to get it so that it shows up on my screen too, and I can actually, even though it's there, I can click through it, so it's kind of not there. So that's kind of cool. So I can play with it like this too, and it doesn't really do anything other than throw a little bit of text over my units, but whatever, no big deal. Man, talk about our KH gauge in Mediterranean. There's not a whole lot to talk about. I didn't look at the gods, so it's Zeus, Aranos on EoM's side. So Zeus is probably both go with Restoration and just hope for some strong 3-on-3s on the water. Get some good restorations in and take control using that. I wouldn't say Isis is the greatest water fighter. Generally a little bit slow. I do have Kronos, and I don't think he has used. No, he has not used any of his deconstructs, so I'll be saving it for later. Yeah, I don't think Mickey could. I think Mickey somehow has removed every other god from his game, so that the only one he can even choose is Aranos. I think even if he does random, it just comes up as Aranos every time. And putting on a little bit of damage on the oracles, just so in case he wants to do an early Valor with them, they don't do as much damage because they're already half killed. So everybody should be advancing now. Let's go to player 7. Alright, he's advancing. He is not yet. He is advancing. I think they're actually at the same exact time. Yeah, pretty much. 52%, 35, 28. So they're getting there. We're getting out of the boring classical, or not classical, boring archaic age, and moving on. Should have maybe an eco upgrade or two. Don't forget your monument as Egyptian on water, because if you forget it, it's you're kind of screwed. Getting your migdals or whatever. Alright, so we have a deconstruct here. I don't think it really matters to deconstruct one dock when he's got two, and he can just rebuild his other one. Yeah, you don't see the early underworld use very much. And I think it could be helpful if you do a quick underworld in our heroic age to a base, but generally people just save it for the mythic because that's kind of the safer way to go about. Oh, Mickey's got 3 docks pumping out, and Maximus only has 2, and he's not even training any in this one. Now he is. And we've got a little, oh, he's getting doubled here. That's not a good fight, and he needs to go back. So the ISIS player, okay, here he goes, advancing a little bit slower, but he's coming now. So Mickey just has to sit back and wait for these boats to come up here. And then once they start pumping, he should be okay. Oh, this isn't a good fight for Swiss Boy to take here. Not under all the dock fire. Alright. Now they should win this now. If Icaro fights, they should be winning this. Mickey is popped. And there's his... Oh, don't lose your... Alright, alright. And here is Serpents cast by Icaro. Usually defensive Serpents isn't nearly as good as offensive. If like the best place to put your Serpents is at the docks, because then they attack every single boat that comes out. But here now they're not going to be useful at all until the front moves back here, which really now EoM could just kind of avoid that. And on the left we've got a bit of a stalemate. There is nothing going on land at all. So we've got just kind of segmented into 2 battles here on the sea. Mickey's kind of being a little bit sparkly. It's a nice shockwave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boats there. So Frost got the early advantage, it looks like to me, on land. So they should use that to kind of start making town centers in just a little bit. Man, I hate having a cold. I've had like this cold for like 3 weeks now. I'm just a very sickly person, apparently. Okay, we'll probably see a restoration coming in here pretty soon. And it is good to see that Swiss Boy has followed Magic over. But the reason they triple up like this is so... Well, never mind. They can't use restoration if they went up with Hermes. I think a double Hermes is a bit of a mistake. I'd rather see one of them go up with restoration instead. But yeah, it's a pretty strong in Frost's favor right now, is to see. They're going to push through this here. Man, look at all these boats. Purple needs to pay a little more attention to his boats, though. They're not doing much. And he's just kind of defending over there. But yeah, they're going to push through here pretty easily. Yep, here is a forced ceasefire. Not the best use to cease. Basically just using it just so they can really do nothing, because in this time period they're not gonna, it's not like they're gonna magically catch up with boats in this 60 seconds. I mean, you would assume that UC or not UCA. It's Frost now. You'd think that Frost would just continue to make boats. And here's a deconstruct, so yeah, that's not gonna help. So he's gotta send four villagers down. Seems like Frost needs to start grabbing town centers though. Okay, here we are finally. Ikaro is moving over. He's gonna catch if Magic's not careful. Oh. He needs to put his boats here though. He's going to the wrong place. Oh, they're gonna meet each other in the middle, maybe. Might actually not see. Okay, now he is seeing. Okay, that's not working out for him. Mickey needs to do something with all these boats. Yeah, there you go. Come up here and attack. Oh, and he did stop this town center. That's big. That is really big. Yeah, it looks like EoM has just given up on land, and that's a pretty quick land or water. Or no, they're not giving up on land; they're giving up on the water, and that's a pretty quick water victory for Frost here. It's a bit of a problem. Yeah, it's also a problem that Maximus wasn't able to get his forward town center in that ceasefire. I don't know if he's going to cast another one to try to build this. It's not going to work for him. Because yeah, now he's not ever going to get this forward town center now. It's too late. Okay. I see what they're trying to do is to ceasefire and build this, but I don't think he's going to get this built during ceasefire. Mickey should be kind of smart here and at least do some unit block so that these villagers can't come and build. Like, block these villagers. Do they have shockwave? No. How long before Mickey's shockwave comes up? Oh, he's got it. No, it's up in 10 seconds. So if he gets this shockwave up, yeah, if he shockwaves this, he's not going to get this town center up. So he needs to use it as soon as it comes up. Shockwave, 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 shockwave. Come on. Use it. Use it. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh man, no, he needs to use the Prometheans to attack the town center. There he goes. And yeah, he's going to prevent this town center. This is huge. Because that basically means the ceasefire was wasted. And Maximus is kind of doing some really bad hero micro here. He hasn't been attacking the Prometheans at all. Yeah, this is huge, and we even see Thor has lost a villager to this one Promethean, and Anibite. And yeah, this is not good for EoM here. Holy cow! Basically used a ceasefire for no reason. Man, that shockwave coming up when it did though, that was huge. If he didn't have shockwave, this would have got built. This is actually doing a bit of damage here, just that one Anubite. So wow, Frost has opened up with a huge advantage. And essentially, you can't, well, I guess you can't really consider this a 2-on-1 because Maximus has no army, but basically Mickey is keeping two people busy, and yeah, Ikaro just throw down a whole bunch of siege here, and Magic won't be able to withstand a double over here because Red is completely on the right side of the map, so Magic's gonna lose his forward base here fairly soon. And we do have ancestors. Needs to be careful with this Scorpion Man here. This isn't going too well for him. Like to see. Oh, Hikaru is actually taking this forward, which is a pretty good idea. Then he can make mercenaries from up there. So, yep, here's going to be the fall of the town center. Yeah, blue is Matayo. Matayo's getting his butt smoked. Nicely played by Mickey here. He did put together a pretty good game. It's pretty much over at this point. I mean, with Frost having full control of the water and full control of the land, Magic is holding pretty good here against a 2-on-1, though. That's nice, but it won't last too long. But you know, I got the old Hikaru was up with Meteor now, and he's just gonna Meteor us. Didn't really need to do that, but I guess if they're going for speed, he can. But holy cow, who is nudging me? JR Snow. Come okay, phase meow Joe. Nah, I don't know. No speak of that. Ha ha. That's a resignation, just like that. Holy cow, that's embarrassing. Oh man, you can't even really say it's because of red here, which is what they probably having two studs on a team probably have a tendency to blame a less experienced player, but nobody on EoM played well this game. Holy cow, they just got destroyed. Oh man, so let me change this on the score. EoM looked good in the first round. They looked really good. But in Frost A, I think only went... No, did they go 1-1? Yeah, they did go 1-1. So Frost A looked kind of average. First round, but holy cow, they just destroyed EoM. So let's move on to game 2. Okay, Anatolia, another kind of a water map. Alright. Don't really know whose home map is whose. I'm guessing this one is probably Frost's home map. But anyway, we have Frost in the top right. And it looks like it is the same team. Why change what works? Same gods too, it looks like. Hikaru is Isis. Swiss Boys, Kronos. Mickey is Uranus. Yep, that's all the same. And down on the bottom, we've got a little bit of a change for EoM. They got Ivano the Terrible down here as Loki. Magic is Isis, and then you got Matayo over here as a Zeus. So they got a new player, and Magic has switched over to Isis. So very good games, bro. Thank you, Fabian. Appreciate that. So usually what you see on these maps is a bit of the brother of Gold Lion. We'll can't really tell who's sitting at the computer chair, I guess. So whatever. Blackadder is going down there to their house. He's gonna, the next RTS League game that they have, he's gonna be peeking in through the windows to see what's really going on in that household. So yeah, we're putting swoopty. So what we've got here is we got EoM has double docked on the bottom, meaning that Magic has docked down here, their pocket, and on the other side we have Swiss has docked on the top. So you've got the two docks are on opposite sides of the water. So Anatolia becomes kind of little bit interesting there when you decide how you're going to react to that. There's a few different things that you can do on the double, on the side where you got an advantage. The players can go for kind of a real hard early water push, or they can do where typically what you'd normally see is one player will go on water and one player will go on land. So if, for example, it's with Magic being Isis and Ivano being Loki, I would think that Ivano will go on land and Magic will do some fishing kind of harass and then go up H3 pretty quick. And same thing up here. Let's see, we've got a Zeus, and we've got a Kronos, and we've got a Uranus. The Kronos could time shift his dock up here and get some really early dock pressure, but Kronos also has the ability of doing forward on land. What I would do if I were the Kronos is I would time shift a dock to about here, time shift my temple up here, do kind of a little half and half land water aggression early, and then switch completely to land once Mickey shows up with boats. But we'll see. I don't know if Swiss Boy knows how to shift his docks. I see Legend is kind of talking about that in the chat. But yeah, you can time shift docks as long as they're facing the same way. So it works really easily on Anatolia, actually. You just can time shift. As long as it's facing the same way, it'll work every time. But we'll see what he does. I mean, he's Kronos. The only reason you would go Kronos over Uranus is for time shift. So let's see if he time shifts. We'll find out. Ooh, we have Ivano the Gold Lion building in the middle here, so it looks like he's going to attack the Kronos player, which isn't a bad idea, because you're going to assume that the Kronos is going to have all of his military buildings forward. And yeah, yep, they just have to face the same way. That's it. Occasionally, if you try really hard, you can get it to shift with it rotated, but that's like 1 out of 100 chances with that. It's supposed to work, but there's just something, however it was coded time shift, it just doesn't work quite right on docks. I don't know, I know you can rotate buildings. I don't know if you, while you're in the middle of time shifting, can rotate a dock and try doing it that way. I'm not sure. So we do have the double Oracle Rush down here. No forward temple, no forward dock, and some reason he's built 3 docks, which is too many. I'm hoping at least he knows he can shift them later. Otherwise, what's the point of having 3 docks right next to each other? But this is a problem. Okay, so this cunt in chat saying you can't turn it. So alright, so much for that. This is a problem here, especially if he's got, oh, he went up Heimdall too, I like it. He uses Undermine on the town center, he might actually just be able to smoke it right down just like this. This isn't good. Right here, he's probably going to lose his town center pretty quick. His town center is also shooting at the Iron Jar, which isn't really a very good idea. And hell, there that goes. Like, we're not ready for that. This is good strategy here, though. Just kind of good game. Just kind of good thoughts with this, because this is kind of against the normal Anatolia strategy. Is generally you're going to see this guy would either go water or attack this side. But to go middle is kind of unexpected. And also you attack the Kronos because you know he's going to shift his buildings forward. So that's a huge early advantage for him. And they aren't even doing anything on water here at all. And Magic has used Serpents to further solidify this position. I'll just kill this Mercer. He's got like 2 hit points. It's not like he does like it. He has 2 hit points. This is not looking good for Frost here. Not looking good. Mickey's trying to help, but the Loki player's kind of already reached a little bit of a critical mass there. Only Ivano the Gold Lion, putting together a pretty good showing here. And on water, it's just kind of become a kind of nonsensical stalemate. But this game might be over before the 10-minute mark, because they're losing on C. Swiss Boy had nothing. He's kind of AFK here. Yeah, you're right there, Swoopty. Carol's got a nice prosperity going on over on this side. I guess they kind of should have maybe tried to kind of anticipated it a little bit, because you know if the Loki's gonna go land, he's not gonna attack the ISIS player. So their preventative tactics there is to scout out the middle of the map, and that should be Frost, or should be Icaro's job. Is to put up obelisks in the middle to make sure that there is no surprise forward build. But hindsight's always 20/20. But this is a pretty large army here. I mean, you get the 3 Valk spawns, which is really strong. There's kind of no way that Mickey is going to even be able to ever kill this army. He's just not going to be able to get enough heroes to kill all of these myth units. And while I say that, he's actually killed 2. And he's actually winning the battle, but what does it really matter? I mean, they're doing 2-on-1 on land. Nice police speech. You silliness. Alright, he does have his fishing upgrade. He's got his... Ivano has forgotten his fishing upgrade. Maximize has his. Swiss doesn't have his. Mickey has no fish. So they've pushed this back, but Swiss Boy is kind of had some huge problems with his economy during this time, and I'd imagine the Loki player is going to be going up age 3 pretty shortly. Pretty shortly. Maybe. Maybe not. I guess he does only have 3, 6, 9 fish. But we got quite the water aggression here from Icaro. And he is also building a forward Migdol. He does have Ancestors Eclipse. His only shot here is to... Since he knows that all of Ivano's army is back here, really Frost's only shot at this point is for him, being Icaro, to do a full-on Ancestors Eclipse attack here and kill the base. But, well, that sucks. They shouldn't have lost water, though. This is a problem. That is a huge problem, because now Matayo can boom unimpeded, and it doesn't look like Icaro is doing any sort of water aggression at all. Or not water, land aggression. Because yeah, that's their only hope, was for an Ancestor's Eclipse here, backed up by, I mean, he's already down here, and show up down there, but Matayo is already age 4. And this one crack will kill all these units, because Mickey doesn't have a hero down here. Yeah. Frost is, I mean, already I wouldn't say there's much of a chance of winning. Poor Swiss boys having every single god. Oh, jeez. That's funny. Oh, man. That's just insult to injury right there. Oh, man, that's funny. Alright, we gonna see Ancestors Eclipse here? Please? Yep. So they'll kill the town center, but I'm not sure what else he'll do with this. And yeah, Gold Lion's doing the smart thing, or I don't know what terrible, I mean. Sorry, my bad. Just kind of running off. The lack of a town center for him isn't as important anyway, because he's already got this massive army, and he's already got a forward town center too. So that works, but it's just too little too late. I mean, you consider Matayo over here as been booming to his heart's content because Ivano took both red and green head to head on land, and Swiss Boy still hasn't even grabbed his town center yet. As soon as he was getting attacked here, he should have just built this one. Instead, he got all discombobulated and didn't really do anything. Because sure, he kills your main town center. Big deal. If you build another one, I mean, it does slow you down a couple minutes, but not really that big of a deal. But by not getting anything, he's now been slowed down like 6 minutes, 7 minutes, and that's a big problem. And yeah, now they're just resigning. So quick game, huh? 13 minutes. Nice rush here. This was some good strategy here, just knowing that the Kronos will be forward, the Uranos will be forward, the Isis won't be able to help on land, and then you can pretty much just come right here and kill pretty easily. So that is a 1-to-1 series here, and if you're unfamiliar with RTS League, this is the regular season, which is round robin. So there is no best of 3. Basically, this series just gets knotted up at 1-to-1. Both clans take home 4 points, 3 for a win, 1 for a loss. For some reason, you get a point for a loss, but that's the way it is. So it's just kind of dead even, and then you move on at the end of the season, regular season. The teams with the most points advance off to the playoffs, and then that's when it becomes kind of a more normal bracket stage tournament. So let me update this for the last 20 seconds or so. And that's all I got for you guys today. So I'm just gonna cruise through post game. If anybody's got any questions, throw them in the chat now, or I'm gonna be turning this off in just a jiffy. Holy cow! Look at Maximus's eco. Way ahead everybody else's. Magic kind of had a surge here from his prosperity. It's always kind of sickening to look at the gold bar on after prosperity. Look how high up it goes. Same thing for Icaro, all the way up there. Let's look at, well, from the 7-minute mark to the 13-minute mark, Swiss Boy actually lost points. That's funny. Poor Swissy. Did I get to fire a gun? What do you mean? Like, for target practice? Yeah. Poor Swissy. Should have been Swoop. This should have been Swoop Boy playing instead of Swiss Boy, and it would have turned out different. Even Mickey was kind of he had nothing going on here. So, well, that's it. That is a 1-to-1. Appreciate all you guys. Como que faz biojo. And we will call her a day right there. And I appreciate you guys logging in to watch the stream, and I appreciate the lack of spoilages in the chat. You guys are good sports, like it. So I will see you guys some other time. I might be back on Sunday to stream a match or two, and an actual live match, not the recorded games, but we shall see. So thanks a lot for watching. Have a great day, and I will catch all you guys some other time. Toodles.